do you think? We might have to just scrap this thing?
Probably just scrap it. It ain't worth it.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goon Squad garage, and today we're going to continue working on our Porsche 911 turbo build. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we ripped apart this whole entire interior. As you guys can tell, it's scattered all over the place, a bunch of components. We still got a few more little things in here, like this carpet and that door panel that we got to remove, because we're going to be cutting, grinding, tearing things apart, pulling frame. And we want to just protect everything, which honestly, I think we're going to probably take all this stuff and store it on that bin pack double stacker over there, just somewhere far, far away,
dude. And just lift that thing up as high as the Mustang. That way we don't damage anything.
That is right, man. And we got some very valuable stuff right here. Although we're going to probably swap some of this stuff out. Of course, the dash is going to get redone, and we might get a nice AZA carbon steering wheel.
Dude, that would be epic, dude.
But still got to protect this stuff, so we're definitely going to do a bunch of cleanup. The very first thing that we're going to do, just get a nice clean right here, because we might even attempt to use this frame machine for the very first time.
Dude, we may give it a shot, you know. It doesn't hurt to try it out and stuff like that. I know Blackjack has a lot of videos online about how to use it, and it's pretty simple for the most part.
It should be pretty simple, but man, this is a very unique frame machine. You can do like some crazy stuff with it. Can't wait to get to that, but there's a bunch of stuff that we gotta do before we get to that. Clean up first, and then we're gonna probably move on to our AZ Cycle parts car right here, and we're gonna attempt to pop off this sunroof right here to see if we can actually use it, because as you guys seen in the previous video, it was very difficult to remove off that car, and if we can't get it out nice and safe, we might have to go the carbon route, dude.
We may have to, dude, because it was super difficult. We may even have to pop the front and rear windshield out before we even try that.
Definitely.
Dude.
So we do got a lot of work on our hands right here alone, and then we're gonna move on to the quarter panels, prepare them to get popped onto that car. Just a bunch of epic stuff is happening, so we're super excited. So right now we're gonna go ahead, grab like some cleaning utensils, clean up over here, and then we're gonna get to work on this parts car. Alrighty guys, so check out this frame machine. Look how nice and clean it is all the way around. Got everything put up, and we went ahead and removed the rest of the stuff that was in this car, like the carpets, that door panel, that little glass over there, and we stored everything on top of the auto stacker over there. It's completely filled up with everything. We even threw the wheels and all the other underneath parts up there. That way we don't lose anything. Lifted that sucker up, and we're gonna leave it like that unless we need to grab something. But anyways, we jumped onto this parts car over here where we started removing some glass, and we popped this front windshield out super easily with that little Sawzall blade thing right there. That thing just does the job really well, but it was already cracked, so that's why we used that. But as for the rear glass, we're gonna have to pop this off next. We're gonna have to use our special tool, our Viper equalizer tool right here that uses that metal wire, and hopefully it can cut this glass out perfectly without it cracking, and also saving the seal that's around this entire edge, because we're gonna try to reuse this glass right here instead of buying a new one. So that's the next step, and then we're gonna go ahead and attempt the unthinkable, is this glass, because this is gonna be a tough one. And this is what we picked up right here at Mom's house, is this little sideways blade. It's gonna be a manual job right here, but you know what? If we can save this, we're not gonna spend any money on a new one or even do the carbon fiber, because we really wanna do the glass. But you know what? Whatever happens, happens. So we got a lot of tedious work on our hands. So I say we just go ahead, keep moving, go ahead, connect that equalizer up to the glass, pop it out, and attempt to remove this roof. Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and last night we ended up getting a lot of stuff pulled off of this parts car right here. As you guys can tell, here is our beautiful sunroof that we're gonna reinstall onto that car over there. Although it's a little bit broken here, don't kick it, man.
Oh, it's still good.
No, I'm totally kidding. We actually found out that it's kind of broken, like in some of the like mechanisms where it uses it to open it or locks in or something like that. So we just went ahead and just like pried that sucker clean off of there after we removed the windshield and of course that rear glass. We removed all the glass over here. But yeah, I guess what we're gonna end up doing is going the carbon fiber route, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I say we just go ahead and order it. I know OEM carbon roof is gonna be like $8,000 to $9,000, but I believe there's some aftermarkets out there that we can get, and which I mean it's just carbon fiber and it just glues on. So that's all it needs. You know what I mean? Glass kind of sucks. We can't find this. I think the part is discontinued.
It is a discontinued part. I'm wondering why. Maybe because it's so hard to like work on it. If something happens, like the only way to remove it is to basically break it out, because the way that it's glued in, you can't really get any tools in there. We tried that little 90-degree knife. That didn't work. None of that stuff works. So you know what? I think the carbon fiber is going to look super sick on top of this right here. The only thing that we might have to change, of course, is the headliner, or maybe we can get our custom made or something like that. That way it doesn't have a big old cutout.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? Since we're doing the carbon, if we do the carbon fiber roof, that's going to look more of a
GT2 RS car. It's going to be super sweet. Plus, it's going to give us some weight reduction, which that's what we always like, some carbon fiber.
Hey, that glass was super heavy, man. We still got the good piece of glass right there we managed to pop out. So whoever needs a sunroof for a Porsche, let us know.
Yeah, let us know, unless we use it on top of there. Maybe instead of
just
carbon,
glue it on there.
All glass. No, we're definitely going to do the carbon fiber. But another thing that I want to talk about before we actually continue is actually, we noticed a lot of comments of people saying that we should just swap everything from that car onto this tub. But if you look really close over here, we got some really nasty damage right here. So basically, I don't think it would be possible to fix this right here. You know what I mean?
If you could, I mean, anybody can fix anything, but it's just not only that, that's damage, and then there's a bunch of tub damage over here in the front, which is just too crazy. And also this car is a couple, I think it's a year older or something like that.
It's the older one, and I guess that's going to decrease the value a little bit.
Yeah, because you can't just change the VIN numbers. It's going to have to be the car that this is, you know what I mean?
Exactly. We got a title with it, so we'll have to register it as this car right here.
But we want to register as our new car, 2017 Porsche.
That's right, the Miami
Turbo.
Blue, the turbo, and all that good stuff. But Pops had a great idea. Come in here, Pops. Pops, you said we could possibly chop this car in half and just install this half onto that front or something like that. Just fuse the two together.
Yeah, it's possible if you have some, you know, like this job, because it's this hard job, but a lot twice the hard if you take them off this quarter panel.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it's the opposite way.
Easy if you cut it some right way and maybe put it together.
Yeah,
maybe faster.
People do
weld
that.
it together. Yeah, I've seen it personally.
People do it and it works, and inspectors pass it and all that good stuff. But honestly, I think
there's a special technique that you have to do. For it. But I think quarter panels, changing those, I think will be the best way to do it. Pulling some framework and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? We actually got vtuned. As you guys know, vtuned has done a lot of our framework, and he's actually going to come out this morning, and he's going to kind of just put his eyeballs on that thing and
just go through everything.
Go through everything, see what he thinks, because of course he is the expert in that field. So maybe we'll get some advice from him, and maybe he'll even do some pulls on it today. So
for sure.
I guess as of right now, we're going to wait for vtuned, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty guys, so check this out. vtuned is in the house over here in the new Goon Squad garage with the new blackjack frame machine, and he was just inspecting everything, and you found some pretty cool discoveries.
Oh yeah, I mean the damage looks pretty bad, but I think we'll be able to pull everything out back to factory spec.
So I guess show them where the major damages are, right?
I'd say the major damage is right here. I guess when the car rolled over, it probably hit the wheel right here, just absolutely bashed. The rims were busted, weren't they?
Yeah, they were busted up.
Yeah, the rim just hit right here, and I guess it pushed that tower in just a little bit, which I think it'll be able to get pulled out, especially with the blackjack.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, we did a test right here with just one. You could hook up 3. You could even hook up probably another one of these beams and do like 6 of them. But you say we're gonna probably build a little plate for that, right?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the measurements from this shock right here and basically cut a plate out and then weld a hook to it, so then we can pull everything out without damaging. Because aluminum, the thing about aluminum is it's pretty hard to pull, but if you got everything set up nicely and everything is tight, then it'll come out.
Awesome, man.
We're gonna have a CNC part from vtuned on this car just to pull this car out, which is epic, dude. For sure.
That is very epic. But I mean, there's like every pull or every frame job is so much more different. You got to get real creative, right?
Exactly. Not everyone's the same. Like you always got to like make different fixtures and like think of different ways to pull it out.
That's crazy. Let's just do a quick walk around right quick, and I guess we'll show them the other side. So that's this whole quarter panel's got to pop off. So that's kind of going to be our task for the next couple of days.
Yeah, popping the quarter panel. We're not going to mess with this car until vtuned says, hey, we got the measurements. We can go ahead and measure up to that and cut it out. So our main thing is to focus on these quarter panels. And then you said we need to probably pop some of those roof things out, or the roof has to get pulled out a little bit.
Needs to get pulled out. As you can see, it kind of pushed everything together.
Kind of tacoed, huh?
Yeah, it kind of tacoed everything together. So that's basically just gonna be pulled out on the sides like that.
Nice, yeah. So the inner structure of this quarter panel is actually not too bad. Yeah. So it's just like the outer skin, right? On this side?
It's just the outer skin. All this is good. There's no damage in here. And that's all it's gonna need. I mean, honestly, just pull this out and Bondo it.
Bondo it, pop it out.
Hey, we've done it. No, I don't think we've ever done it.
We don't want to do it.
We should do it, but that's pretty much it, man. We're happy to have you out. I mean,
Yes, sir. I love the new shop. All the belts, everything's in here. It's awesome.
It's coming together. There's still a bunch more that we want to do, but for the most part, we're able to operate away from that rain, dude.
Oh, that's the main task.
But hey, man,
We're heat.
Yeah, that heat. Yeah, with that fan. These
yeah,
fans.
It rained today, so it feels really good right now, dude, for sure.
Yes,
but
sir.
with the fans cooled off good, we'll make sure to turn both of them on here once we're working on the frame machine, and we're gonna get things rolling out here.
Alrighty guys, so vtuned ended up taking off, and we basically just went over the whole entire process of what it's gonna take to get this sucker fixed 100%. And of course there might be some more hidden damages, because if we pop off this quarter panel and there's like some stuff that we can't get to with the eyeballs, it's gonna be pretty crazy. And he did some measurements actually to the back, and it wasn't some really good signs, but I think we'll just talk about that in the next video. But after he took off, we ended up putting these suckers together. Look at this, we got some good news in this house right here. I mean, we got some awesome Tecton toolbox. This one is white, it's gonna blend in with that wall. So I think we're gonna use this probably for like, what, detailing or something like that?
Yeah, that's gonna be a detailing supply cart dedicated. It'll be perfect right there by the pressure washer. And this one matches the frame machine, dude.
It does. Look how smooth that is, dude. That thing will roll away clean through that wall if you don't stop
Yeah, just
it,
keep
man.
rolling, dude.
But yeah, I love how this one matches this frame machine, and that's probably where it's gonna stay, because like instead of bringing that big old toolbox, we'll bring this little one with some tools, and it's just gonna be nice and just effective and efficient.
You can run around this frame machine quick now with this thing. You know what I mean? Like, where do you need it, man? I got you. Careful, man. That was close, man.
some
That thing can
Brembos
roll for days, dude.
That is awesome right there. But anyways, that's pretty much going to be a wrap for today's video. In the next one, we're definitely going to probably rip off both of the quarter panels. We got to take apart some suspension and a bunch of stuff. That way we can actually just get to pulling on this thing and just see like the inner damages. And also we're going to probably learn a lot more about this frame machine right here. It's been so awesome just throwing one of these pullers on it right there, dude. Imagine you throw on like 6 or 7 or 8, dude.
Dude, we're going to do something like that here soon, dude.
It's going to be super epic, but you know what? A lot of things are happening as far as like the exterior of the shop goes as well. We got all that stuff scheduled in, but you know what? You guys are just gonna have to stay tuned. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.